wolf attacks Jin-Woo, but Jin-Woo dodges quickly and says, I have become so fast. The wolf looks at him and prepares to attack again. Jin-Woo says, enough is enough, and punches the wolf with full force, slamming it hard against the wall. Jin-Woo thinks, my strength has increased, but this monster is still very powerful. Jin-Woo continues attacking with his bare hands, saying, I cannot win like this. The wolf makes a sharp strike, but Jin-Woo dodges. Jin-Woo says, I cannot do this alone, and starts running, thinking, I do not have any weapons with me. I wish I had a weapon. He opens his inventory, pulls out a sword, and slices off the wolf head. He says, I do not know what this is doing here, but Kim said he bought it for $3 million, something I could never afford. System messages pop up and Jin-Woo injuries are instantly healed. Immediately, 2 more wolves appear. Jin-Woo says, now that I have a weapon, why should I be afraid? But the sword gets stuck in the ground. The wolves run toward him. Jin-Woo pulls with all his strength and screams come out. As the wolves get closer, Jin-Woo pulls the sword out and swings it. One wolf catches the sword in its mouth. Jin-Woo says, I got this sword with so much trouble, eat something else. He kicks the wolf, smashing its head to pieces. He turns toward the second wolf, but it turns around and runs away. Jin-Woo catches his breath, sits down, and looks at the screen. He sees that he has reached level 2. He says, this did not happen during the daily missions. It must be because this was a real battle. My injuries are healed too. With each level up, all my stats increase by 1 point. Daily missions only gave 3 points, so this is much better. But what can 1 point do? There are other stats here, but strength is the most important. Now my strength is 32, and I am much stronger than before. Maybe as my stats go up, I will get even more points and become even stronger. Jin-Woo stands up and says, maybe I am thinking too much after killing just 5 monsters. He kneels beside a monster body to check if it has a mana stone. A system message pops up giving him a wolf tooth instead of a mana stone. Another system message appears showing the shop. Jin-Woo cannot buy items yet, but he sells the tooth for 20 gold coins. Jin-Woo picks up his sword and says, I cannot leave without killing the boss, and the teleportation stone is not showing up anywhere. My food supply is low too. I do not know if I can defeat the boss, but if I level up, wait, what if I die before that? Suddenly, a pack of wolves appears. Jin-Woo says, I have seen this coming. He charges into battle like a madman, shouting, I will not give up so easily. I will kill every single one of you. Jin-Woo laughs and says, let us make this interesting. He continues fighting, saying, as long as we are alive, we fight. If this is what makes me stronger, I gladly accept the rules. With every monster killed, a level up message appears. A little later, Jin-Woo is seen standing among a pile of dead wolves. He says, this sword breaks too easily, but weapons do not last forever anyway. Maybe 3 or 2 of them were useful. A system message appears, stating that his wolf assassin abilities have increased by 40%. He opens the inventory screen and says, I have 34 wolf teeth, and most importantly, I have the teleportation stone. Should I leave now? But I might not get an easy chance like this again. What should I do? He places the teleportation stone back into his inventory and moves forward. The scene changes. Jo-hee receives a phone call informing her that a gate has broken and hunters are urgently needed. She replies, I understand. The scene shifts back to Jin-Woo fighting. He says, as my level increases, killing monsters becomes easier. The color of their names has changed too. White means weaker than me, yellow means at my level, and red means stronger than me. The wolves that used to be red are now white. I have grown much stronger, but I do not know if I can defeat what is waiting down there. He checks his level, which is now level 15. He says, I need to get even stronger. If I keep fighting like this, my sword might break. He walks down into a ruined subway station and says, this looks completely different. Suddenly, a fierce attack strikes him, shattering his sword. He looks ahead and sees a giant snake-like monster. Jin-Woo says, even after leveling up this much, its name is still yellow. This is the dungeon boss. Slicing its skin with a broken sword is impossible, and fighting without a weapon is suicide. The monster attacks rapidly. Jin-Woo dodges and says, while dodging its attacks, I must find its weakness. The monster strikes Jin-Woo with its tail, throwing him into the water. The monster charges at him, but Jin-Woo barely manages to dodge while keeping up his guard. Jin-Woo said, I know I have become stronger, but that is not enough. How much stronger do I need to be for those moments when I was humiliated? A flashback shows people calling him the weakest hunter in the world. The snake continues its relentless attacks, slamming Jin-Woo with its tail. Jin-Woo says, they said those things because I was weak. They made fun of my weakness, and I was so ashamed of myself. If you are strong, you can fight anywhere, but a weak human is helpless against the strong. A weak person gets mocked their whole life, no matter how smart or kind they are. When a powerful enemy stands in front of you, nothing else matters. That is why I am becoming stronger. That is why I have come this far. He attacks the snake, but it knocks him back again. Jin-Woo eyes burn with determination as he says, I must get stronger. He leaps toward the snake head, drops his broken sword, and grabs the monster with his bare hands. He says, I worked hard to increase my strength. He squeezes with all his power. The snake thrashes around trying to shake him off, but Jin-Woo grips even tighter. The snake screeches in pain and dies. A system message appears, level level up. Jin-Woo says, I have definitely become stronger than before. The system displays, you have defeated the blue venom Kazaka. Jin-Woo is rewarded with a dagger made from Kazaka teeth which possesses a poison effect, along with a bottle of Kazaka venom. A final system message announces, dungeon clear. Jin-Woo is teleported back to the real world and steps out of the station. A police officer stops him, saying, you cannot go inside. Haven't you heard the news? He sees the broken sword in Jin-Woo's hand and asks, are you a hunter? Jin-Woo replies, yes. The officer says, I am sorry, come with me, I will take you to the battleground. Jin-Woo learns that a gate has broken. When he arrives at the battlefield, he sees the hunters struggling. He notices Joo-hee standing in the back, trembling with fear. Jin-Woo says, even after a week she is still terrified. Jin-Woo readies himself, takes his broken sword, and throws it from a distance with incredible power, instantly killing the monster. The hunters are shocked, wondering who killed it. One hunter asks, what was that flying through the air? They find the broken sword and ask, whose sword is this? The officer says, it belongs to that hunter over there, but Jin-Woo is nowhere to be seen. The hunter mutters, he must have been a high-rank hunter. Thinking, Jin-Woo walks away. Do not worry, one strike was enough. Maybe that monster was already weakened. The episode ends here. Please like and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss the next video. See you very soon in the next video. Thank you and have a great time.